Alright everybody, this video is going to be help you do your first part on our Tormac slant lathe. And when you start Solidworks this year, we're using HSMworks, which is built into it, and the license server name, which you might have to type in the first time, is SA-Solidworks. You might have to type it in up to 2 times, but make sure you do that and get past that license error. Alright, so basically I'm going to recommend that you pick the front view when you do this, and I'll kind of explain why soon. We definitely have quite a bit of 1-inch aluminum stock, so I think that's going to be a good choice for you to do your first part. And when you extrude, I recommend you reverse the direction right here. Click the button, do 1 inch there. And what I want you to see right now is just that the blue Z is, you can see the direction it's going, and when I click my origin, the origin is right there, and it's not back here. So this is correct. This will save you a step or two. If it wasn't there, then you would have to insert a coordinate system and do another couple steps later on. But by drawing from the front and extruding reverse, it sets you up for less work. I'm not saying it's the only way or the best way, but it's probably the least amount of steps. Alright, so moving on, we're just going to make a really simple part. And I recommend you pause this video, do it, pause, keep doing it. Alright, so I'm going to flip the side to cut, do a 1/2 inch. So that looks good. And then I'll do a fillet here on this side and a chamfer on this corner right here. Looks good. Alright, so the really simple part here, and this is what you should do. So once you've completed that, again we can tell where our origin is right there. The next step is to use HSMworks to do the CAM, the computer aided manufacturing steps, to get it ready for our CNC machine. So there's a tab right here. It might be hidden. That's one way to get to it. And then I have a whole menu once I've clicked that. Step 1 is to click Job. So I click Job, and it's messed up right now, so we need to go through and fix some things. So start at the very top. There's a kind of a hidden job menu. Make sure you click this to turning and or mill turn. That's important. And what that did is it just gave me a chuck. So that's nice. I can see my chuck. Going down here, this is good. Relative size box. It should be switched to cylindrical. That way, now it's round. So that looks better. And then, as far as the offsets go, I'm just going to put everything at 0 really fast so you can see. So 0 offsets means that it's not adding any material to the diameter, the front, and the back. But what I want you to see is that we need to, and also it says stock and chuck. This should be 0. Alright, so now you can see where our part is. We do not want our cutters to be close to the chuck. That would be dangerous. So on backside offset, I'm going to recommend you do 1 inch. You could maybe do a 1/2 inch, but I would never go less than 1/2 inch. Never less than 1/2 inch. So what this means right now is that I'm going to have my parts 1 inch, my kind of safety backside offset's 1 inch, and I'd probably have it be 1.5 inches or more in the chuck. So that's 1, 2. So your piece of stock for this job right here would be about 3.5 inches to 4. Okay. We'll talk later about maybe adding to the front side we could add like 10 thousandths here to the front. And again, if you followed my steps, you don't have to mess with this, but if you inserted a coordinate system, you would need to basically pick it here. You'd do this, and then you'd pick your coordinate system. But that's all set. And then it says undefined machine. It doesn't know what machine we're using. So you're going to have to go to new machine and hit load. And you will need to either go, if you're in robotics, to GrabCAD, or if you're in my class, go to Google Classroom. And you're going to get a folder called HSMworks. And in it, it's going to have our libraries, and it's also going to have our machine post processors. So if I go here to lathe and I hit open, this is basically the post processor of our machine. So HSMworks knows our machine and how to basically make it work correctly. So that looks good. So I've gone from top to bottom, and I'm satisfied with everything right there. Okay, so now the next step is to basically go to this turning tab, and this is where we're going to do our operations. And for the most part, we'll probably be doing, well, probably all of them, but I'm going to pick profile first, and the machine just automatically is going to see what it needs to do. I'm going to go to library, and this is the part, there'll be another YouTube video on basically getting our library and using it. But for right now, I'm just going to go ahead and use a right-hand cutter, which in our machine is tool position number 3. I'm going to hit select, and then under the feeds and speeds, it's really important here. So basically, I'm going to use a constant surface speed. I'm going to do 500 surface feet a minute. Our max spindle speed is 3,500. We're going to check this box here, use feet per revolution, and we're going to do 5 thousandths, and I'm going to have another video explaining how to use GWizard, which is our school's feeds and speeds method for getting this here. So for right now, and when you have the library, by the way, this is going to already be done for you. So again, you're going to need to watch the future video on that. But once I've done this, I can go to simulate it, and I'll go to my top view here. Hit play. I might speed it up a little bit. You can see it's coming in here. Perfect. So it did that. Did my fillet, my chamfer, and the rest of it. So now I'm just going to do one more operation. I'm going to do a parting operation. So turning part, and in our machine, tool number 1 is our parting / grooving tool. So with this one here, I am not going to use a constant surface speed, and I'm going to take off 2 thousandths. This number might change. We might go faster, but it's sounding good and looking good. And we are gonna check that box right there. So no checkbox. Checkbox here. 2 thousandths, 2 thousandths. And don't forget a 0 there. It's critical. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and simulate this one. So it's going to come over and come in and part it. Your part falls to the ground. So you could also drag and drop the order, but certainly it's in the right order right now, but you can drag and drop these. It'd be smart to maybe simulate the whole job, especially if you have lots of things. So tool change, boom, done. All right, so now we've done that. We're going to post-process. So I'm going to go to post-process, and you're going to hit the dot, 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 and you're going to point this to wherever you got our HSMworks library from. So again, that's from GrabCAD or Google Classroom. And so we have ours. And then right here, it should pick it, but make sure that it has our machine there. This is where you're going to output your G-code to. And usually I would do version 1, and then I'd give it a name like test part. And this looks good, so I would hit post. Again, you could do it your H drive. And then up pops up your G-code. And we'll be putting another video on this too more, but this is set. So now you take this file on a flash drive to the machine, and I'll have another video going over how to run it and do a dry run. All right, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions.